all-time record in the tournament is 87-44 for Kennett, which is second only to Dexter. And Jim Vaughn is their coach. He's a first-year coach. He was at Twin Rivers last year and has moved to Kennett. Graduate of Greenville College. Kennett's won the tournament 4 times, finished second a couple of times, and lost to South Pemmican yesterday after playing probably their best game of the year for 2.5 quarters. And Bloomfield, the score was 61-37, but I didn't think it was nearly that kind of game. Dave Lanning, who's a graduate of Ottawa College, this is his first year, and Bloomfield won this tournament in 64, 65, and 66. They're a member of the Stoddard County Conference. And officials for today's game, we got a veteran crew. Joe Baldwin, he's a retired teacher from New Madrid. Mark Mars works for the electrical company in East Prairie, and Randy Winston, a retired teacher in Poplar Bluff, for a combined 97 years experience. So this certainly a veteran crew, and should be a good ball game. That 97 or 61-37 score didn't nearly dictate how the game was played. I think that Bloomfield played a good ball game yesterday, and Kennett played good for 2.5 quarters. Should be a close game.
They're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups for today's game. Bloomfield will be introduced first. They are in the dark colored uniforms. They're purple. They're introducing Kennett first. Jonathan Percival, number 3. He's a 5'11 senior. First man introduced. Number 5 is Jarvis Finley. He's 5'11 sophomore. We have number 25, Tevin Hampton. He's a 6-foot sophomore. And then we got 34, Jeremy Hughes is a 6'3 sophomore. And then their big man, number 44, Mario McGraw, who's a 6'4 senior. That's the starting lineup for Kennett. Introduced for Bloomfield, they have Kyle Williamson, number 22, 6-foot junior. David Clary, number 24, he is a 5'11 senior. Number 25, Cody Smith, is a 5'6 senior. And 42 is John Monroe, a 6-foot senior. And number 50, Kurt Doomey, he is a 6-foot senior. Those are the starting lineups for Bloomfield. Bloomfield will be going from right to left on your screen. Kennett, who is wearing white uniforms, will be going from left to right on your screen.
The Kennett had a freshman come in yesterday, Gooden, and gave him a little lift, hit 2 or 3 threes, scored 15 points, which was almost a third of Kennett's points yesterday. So I kind of think that we'll be seeing him shortly.
Now, he gave him a real lift, and I think you're talking to him after the game. It's sort of surprising. He's been playing on the JV and hadn't done that well on the JV, but he had a nice game yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Ball's being ready to tip. Bloomfield controls the tip in back court. Bloomfield has first possession of this basketball game. Ball's in the corner. Got a 3 out of the corner. Going to have a violation as it bounces up and hits the back support. That 3 was taken by Cody Smith out of the corner. Bloomfield will now have their first possession. Coming up the floor in a slow dribble, but then penetrating to the middle is Jarvis Finley. Finley's got the ball back, reverses back to the other wing, and a 3 is knocked down by Tevin Hampton.
Kennett shot a lot of threes yesterday. They hit 8 or 9 of them, but they must have shot 20 or 25.
Kennett is playing man-to-man. High post give and go by Bloomfield. We're going to have a jump ball on the rebound. Alternating possession. We'll give it to Kennett.
Bloomfield set up in a triangle offense first time down the floor against Kennett's man-to-man.
Got a good shot on a give and go off the the elbow of the high post. Ball's inside to Jeremy Hughes. Looks like we got another tie up, and the altering possession now gives it to Bloomfield. David Clary is going to be inbounding it. Cody Smith setting up the offense for Bloomfield.
Kennett still man-to-man.
Give and go. Shots off the rim by David Clary. Ball is rebounded by Williamson. Kyle Williamson gets the first basket for Bloomfield. Reach-in foul. That will be the first foul of the game. First foul on Bloomfield and first foul on David Clary.
Bloomfield starts out man-to-man. Playing it soft. Getting a good sink to the middle of the floor.
Long three put up and off the boards by Jarvis Finley. Ball rebounded by Bloomfield. Cody Smith running up the offense. Kyle Williamson. Now again, a high post give and go. Back to the high post. Little turnaround jumper is blocked out of bounds. That shot by John Monroe was checked out of bounds by Kennett. David Clary is going to be inbounding. Lobs it in to Kurt Doomey. He goes down the lane and scores and gets fouled.
Bloomfield again started out in the triangle offense. Twice they've taken the strong side, then bringing it back off that pinch. They called a four-man play. That's what they call in the triangle. And been open both times. Hadn't got anything done with it, but rebounded and scored.
Kurt Doomey attempting to complete the three-point play. No good. Rebound is in there by Mario McGraw. And that foul was on Mario McGraw. Got penetration into the lane. Got a foul on the floor. Second foul on David Clary. Ball's inbounded. Mario McGraw into the middle. And walking violation called on Jarvis Finley. Bloomfield inbounds.
Kennett in the press, trying to trap out of it. See if they come back in man-to-man, and they do.
Cody Smith broke the press with a dribble. Kyle Williamson on the wing.
Trying to set that pinch again.
Nice three-point baskets knocked down by Cody Smith. Bloomfield has a 7-3 lead. A three taken on the wing and off the back. Mario McGraw rebounding inside, throws it up off balance, gets his own rebound and is fouled from behind. Foul is going to be, I believe, on Kyle Williamson, yes. That's his first foul of the game, the third team foul on Bloomfield. Mario McGraw going to the line to shoot two. First one's off the front of the rim short. Two substitutes, and it took less than 3 minutes for Jimmy Gooden, the freshman, to get into the game.
Good job, Randy. Randy old split on the strong side, and weak side snuck in behind, and they found him.
Three-point basket's knocked down. Underneath the Kyle Williamson. He misses the shot from underneath. Mario McGraw with a rebound. Inside, Jeremy Hughes, 6'3" sophomore, turnaround 8-foot jumper is good.
First time Kennett's taking it inside. They like the three. Already put up 4 threes.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by Gooden from Kennett.
This game brought to you by your friends at New Wave Communications. New Wave's DVR is like TiVo, only better. Pause, record, and rewind live TV. Now TV that fits your schedule. Call New Wave today to find out how you can save even more by bundling digital cable, telephone, and high-speed data.
Bloomfield's taking it to the right side every time down the floor and seem to want to set up on that right side and then come back behind on the weak side off their triangle.
Still going to be Kennett's basketball, this time from the free throw line extended out of bounds. Ball's inbounded to Williamson in the corner. Three-point basket is short and over to the backside. Rebound comes off to McGraw. Kennett pushes the ball down the floor. Dribble penetration and the basket is up and good. That is Tevin Hampton, and that's his 5th point of the game, and Kennett has a 10-9 lead with 3:30 left in the first quarter. Ball is passed into the high post, who's double teamed, and a foul's going to be called. And that foul is on Jeremy Hughes. That's his first foul. It's the second team foul on Kennett. Bloomfield will be inbounding. Break a man around, misses. Rebound comes off. Attempted pass to Gooden by Ashton Harrell is off his fingertips, out of bounds. Bloomfield's basketball. They have a substitution. This is number 15, Harvey Washington. Bloomfield sets up again their offense to the right side to Williamson. It's in the corner to John Monroe, who steps on the sideline on the dribble. Turnover Bloomfield. Kennett advancing the ball quickly up the floor. He dives into the lane, little jumper, and he gets fouled.
Somebody lost their man from Bloomfield. Let the Kennett guard go all the way into the lane and penetrate, and then came back out and fouled him.
This is Jarvis Finley on the line. He was fouled by Kyle Williamson, who's normally one of Bloomfield's best scorers. That's his second foul with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And substitution is in the game for Bloomfield. Blake Harris is in. That's John Monroe going out temporarily.
No check.
Jarvis Finley misses both free throws. Bloomfield rebounds the miss in the lane.
Hampton.
Got a three at the head of the circle. Nice block out on the rebound by Ashton Harrell. The three-point shot was up and no good. David Clary attempting it. That foul for Bloomfield was the third foul on Kyle Williamson.
Charge.
Got an offensive foul on Jarvis Finley. Player control foul on Jarvis Finley is going to give Bloomfield the ball out of bounds. Mario McGraw back into the game. Jeremy Hughes out. We got 2:40 left. A 10-9 game. Presently being led by Bloomfield. Bloomfield is applying man-to-man pressure, looking to double team. Shot is up and short. The rebound is missed wide open. The next rebound is missed by Bloomfield. The ball is tried to be saved inbounds, and we're going to have a held ball.
Kennett possession.
Alternate possession goes to Kennett. Mario McGraw will be inbounding it. Score still 10-9. Kennett. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Finley setting up the offense. Jimmy Gooden, head of the circle. They're running a little weave head of the circle. Gooden gets his first 3 of the game. Nice block out on the rebound that comes back. Ball is into the middle of the lane and tipped, missed, and then tipped back in by Kurt Doomey, the 6'4" senior.
Good second effort.
Nice play. Missed the shot inside and got a nice tip in.
Timed it perfectly.
McGraw misses in close. The drive to the baseline by Ashton Harrell is up and in.
Kennett more aggressive toward the basket tonight than they were or this afternoon than they were last night.
Zach Bacon with had the ball. He's giving it to Cody Smith, who's picked up the dribble to head of the circle. Another penetrating pass in underneath. Shot is missed by Kurt Doomey off of Bloomfield.
One of the problems with the triangle offense, if somebody pinches the wings, shuts the wing down, gets in a passing lane, that's always a problem. You got to do some work to get that wing open.
In the lane by Harvey Washington, and nice call by the official as he pushed off, and we got another player control foul on Kennett. Bloomfield is inbounding the ball. Blake Harris has it. He gives it back to Zach Bacon. And we've got a drive to the basket. And this time we got a blocking call on number 5. The basket is going to be good. That drive was by Cody Smith. The basket is good. The foul is the second of the game on Jarvis Finley.
Kennett was about a half press that time. Had 2 guys pressing and 3 guys not, so a little mix up on the press, I think.
Cody Smith completes the 3-point play by making the free throw. We've got a 14-12 Bloomfield lead. And we've got a 3 knocked down by Tevin Hampton. That's his second 3 of the game and his 8th point of the quarter. Puts Bloomfield back in front 15-14. Little jump shot to free throw line is no good. Picked up off the floor and then passed to Kennett. Jimmy Gooden pushing it down with 15 seconds. Penetrate, pitch out to this side. We got a 3 attempt that's partially blocked. Bloomfield's got the rebound. They got a man ahead of the field, and he's got it. And the shot is by Kurt Doomey. Kennett rebounds, and the buzzer ends the first quarter with a score of Kennett 15 and Bloomfield 14. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, that quarter, Kennett, who last night we noticed took a very large number of 3-point attempts. This time today, they've made 3 threes, but shooting a little better percentage. It seemed like early in the quarter we're trying to drive the basket a little bit more.
They've attempted 6 threes.
They've made 3. Tevin Hampton has 2 of them. He led Kennett with 8 points in that quarter. Bloomfield was led by David Clary, who had 6.
Both teams not too bad on turnovers. Kennett had 3 and Bloomfield had 2. Kennett's beginning to shut that wing off. Bloomfield insists on going to the right side each time, and they're starting to shut the wing off and make them run some games to get the guy open over on the high wing.
Both teams had 5 team fouls in the first quarter. Bloomfield starts the second quarter with the basketball. They've inbounded it. A 3-point attempt is up and in by Cody Smith. That's his second 3. Drive to the hole, and the basket is good by number 20. That's Ben Howard in the in the game. He just came in the game, got his first basket. It's like the tempo of the game has picked up just a little bit. We got another three by Bloomfield off the front of the rim. And by not blocking out, Bloomfield gets the rebound, but walking is called.
Had 2 bounces for control and then took off again, so violation.
Double dribble call.
Another
Three-point basket by Kennett is good again by Tevin Hampton. That's his third of the game. We're 1 minute into the second quarter. Tevin has 11 points, 9 of them on the three-point baskets. Jump shot at the elbow is no good. That shot was forced up there. Ball's on the floor, and we're going to have a
Kennett's possession.
hell ball. Alternate possession gives it to Kennett. Mario McGraw back into the game for Kennett. Harvey Washington going out. Kennett has a 20-17 lead. We have just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball is inbounded to the big man in the post. He kicks it back out to Tevin Hampton. Jeremy Hughes is playing outside the three-point line with the ball. Ball into Jeremy, and a nice power move to the baseline and off the backboard, and Jeremy has his second basket of the game. He has 4 points.
I think it creates some real problems for Bloomfield if Kennett sets that post in there and makes them covering.
Off the backside of a double screen along the baseline. The shot is up and in by Zach Bacon behind the three-point line. They got a good double screen on the bottom of the lane line. We got a block on a drive to the basket by Ben Howard. The block is called on Bloomfield. Foul is called as a non-shooting foul. That's the 6th foul on Bloomfield. The foul is the first of the game on Zach Bacon. Inbound deep into backcourt. Another three, and it's also good. And that is by freshman Darren Moore. He's a 5'10 freshman. Just came into the ball game here in the second quarter. He's knocked down a three, and we have a 25-20 score in favor of Kennett at this point in time. Well,
Skeeter-Kell Sporting Goods. Call Kennett Store at 888-6678 or Lloyd Rice at 576-4471. Nike, Adidas, Russell, any and all kinds of major brand names in your favorite sporting goods. New location in Kennett at 1300 Industrial Drive. That's Skeeter-Kell Sporting Goods in Kennett. We're wearing vests tonight from Skeeter-Kell. Give them a call or stop by the Kennett Store for all your sporting goods needs.
They've continued to hit a nice percentage of their three-point shots. I think you said they had 6 attempts the first quarter.
Yep.
They've hit 2 this quarter, and probably attempted about 4. And so they're
5 for 8 right now.
5 for 8 for the game, which is outstanding three-point shooting. Bloomfield obviously is going to have to cover the perimeter a little bit better, because virtually all these shots that that Kennett is taking are good looks at the basket from behind the three-point line. They're not being forced up there, so they're getting good looks. Bloomfield is going to have to move their defense out just a little bit farther. Kennett's in a trap. They're in a 1-2-1-1 zone press type, trapping the first pass inbounds, hoping it to be in the corner. Bloomfield breaks the press. They get a shot up and miss and rebounded. Doomey missed the shot out about 15 feet. Ball is rebounded on the weak side. That's Blake Harris. He rebounds. The foul was on Jeremy Hughes. That's his second of the game. Both teams now have 16 fouls, so each team will be in the 1-and-1 on the next foul against the opponent.
Bloomfield missed a dead layup off the out of bounds play. Couldn't have asked for a better shot and missed it. Kennett turns it.
And a wild scramble for the ball. Bloomfield comes out with it, and it's still being uncontrolled. And the ball is out of bounds as Kennett is on the end line as they try to knock it back in bounds. Bloomfield's inbounding it underneath the basket. Zach Bacon is inbounding it to the corner to Blake Harris. And he loses control of the basketball. Turnover Bloomfield goes to Kennett.
That's Bloomfield's 4th turnover of the game. Kennett's also turned it 4 times. So as you would suspect, it's a close basketball game.
Looks like Bloomfield is changing to 1-3-1 zone defense to try to get a little better cover on the perimeter. And Tevin Hampton, attempting to start the offense, moves his pivot foot as he picks up the dribble. Walking call. Bloomfield has the ball, trailing 25-20 with 4 minutes 55 seconds left in the second quarter.
Bloomfield again over on that right side with the wing pinched off. It's always a problem.
Shots forced up and rebounded by Mario McGraw. Throws it out ahead to Darren Moore. Darren off the side, and we've got a shot just inside the three-point line. It's up and good by Ben Howard. That's his second basket of the game. He has 4 points. Bloomfield is now 7 points down. Got the ball inside to John Monroe, and he's tied up. He's tied up. Both teams getting just a little bit anxious. Ball is going to stay in Bloomfield's possession on the alternate possession. Going to be inbounded by David Clary. We're going to have a holding call on Kennett as Bloomfield attempted to run their out of bounds play. Going to have a holding call on Mario McGraw. That's his second of the game.
I think you're getting ready to see the officiating tighten up just a little bit. What happens when you officiate? You allow the kids to play as long as they can play, and then when they decide they don't want to play, then you have to get the game back in control of the situation.
Free throw is missed on the front end of a 1-and-1 by Kurt Doomey. Kennett penetrates. Ben Howard with the ball. He's fouled on the floor. That's the 7th team foul against Bloomfield. So Howard will be going to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. The foul was on John Monroe. That's his first of the game. Ben Howard shoots his first free throw, and it's good, so he gets the bonus. Scores 28-20.
Kennett's starting to creep up a little bit here, and I think it would enhance Bloomfield's defense if they would give Kennett a little more pressure, probably full court, make their guards do something.
Nice inbound in the paint pass from Blake Harris to Kurt Doomey. He's up and in for 2 points. Ben Howard penetrating across the lane, loses control, gets it back. Bloomfield is in a zone.
Timeout, Kennett.
And Kennett has called timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Malden Eye Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121.
I think one of the biggest things that's happened so far in the game is that Bloomfield's leading scorer, Kyle Williamson, had one basket early in the first quarter, but he picked up 3 fouls, and he's been on the bench since the last part of the first quarter.
And they've been giving Kennett just some open looks at the 3, and if you let them just sit out there, they'll knock it down. You got to make them play fast and probably put a lot more pressure on the whole floor.
Kyle's one of their taller players at 6 foot, and he's also their leading scorer. Kennett's weaving the ball back around a little bit.
Bloomfield trying to put more pressure on them.
Bloomfield is still in the zone, and that time the 3-point was contested and missed.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
2-point shot is up and no good. Nice block out on the shooter. Ball comes right back into the hands of Tony Garnett, who is fouled on the dribble. He's fouled by Ashton Harrell. That's his first foul. That was all set up by a nice block out by Tony Garnett on the Kennett shooter. Ball came right back to him, and then on the dribble up the floor, he's fouled. He's going to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1.
Bloomfield did put more pressure that time and paid some dividends. I think a little more pressure will pay dividends for him.
Tony knocks the first one down. 28-23, Kennett. Exactly 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Free throws off the rim. Tevin Hampton with the rebound. Ball's knocked away from behind by Tony Garnett. Kennett's going to be inbounded under their own basket. Tevin Hampton will be the inbounder. Little box alignment, cross screen, roll back to the basket. Then the inbounds pass deep is knocked out of bounds again by Tony Garnett. Kennett will be inbounding it from the sideline. Wide open look by Hampton. He's knocked him down. That one was in and out. And we've got a foul over the back. Kirk Doomey will be going to the line. That foul is going to be on Danny Merritt, 6'2", from Kennett. That's just into the game. That's his first foul. And Kirk Doomey will again be shooting the front end of a 1-and-1. He missed earlier in the quarter. Has a chance to get the game to within 3 points. He makes the first one. Looking for the second one. Doesn't get the second one. Kennett out on the
forcing it to the basket. Got it blocked.
Penetration and a block.
And
the ball's
stolen.
knocked away by Garnett. Going to have a foul called here on Bloomfield. The foul is on Tony Garnett. That's his first of the game. He's come in the game here in the second quarter and energized the team a little bit. He's knocked the ball away 2 or 3 times, picked up a couple of loose balls, committed his first foul. Free throws up and no good. That's by Ashton Harrell. He misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
Kennett trying to trap again.
They had the opportunity at the midcourt and didn't take it, penetrate in. And we got an easy basket by Kurt Doomey. That's his 5th point of the quarter and his 9th point of the game.
Bloomfield's got her back.
Got it back within 2. They're getting a lot more accomplished with the zone than they were in a man-to-man as far as pressure. Well,
Another 3.
Hampton got another pretty good look, but he misses again. Tony Garnett with a basketball, pushes it down the side. Bringing it back out on top to get the offense set up. Into the high post. Kurt Doomey's fouled again by Danny Merritt. 2nd foul on Merritt. Doomey going to the line for another.
Kennett defender, instead of trying to get good positions, getting behind and putting pressure on his back and pushing him.
Kurt will be going to the line now for 2 because Kennett is at the 10 foul rule, in which any foul 10 or over is an automatic 2-shot foul. Kurt makes the first one, and he's got Bloomfield within 1. 28-27, 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Hampton. Finley on top. Hampton penetrates. Little short jumper is up and in. Tevin Hampton gets his 13th point of the game. Clary on a drive all the way to the basket. His first basket of the game. Nice drive. Little breakdown in the Kennett defense there. Got Gooden shooting
another 3.
a wild 3, but it's rebounded on the weak side by Ben Howard, and he's fouled on the putback, and he's fouled by Blake Harris, that is his first foul of the game. Ben Howard will be going to the line shooting 2. First one rolls around and is good. He'll be shooting the second one. Kennett back out in front by 2. This one swishes. 32-29. 1:07 left in the quarter. Kennett is putting man-to-man pressure on Bloomfield. Having a little trouble getting it inbounds, and the ball stolen by Gooden. Nice pass. And off-balance shot by Hampton. Rebounded by Harris. Less than a minute to go here in the 2nd quarter. Tony Garnett on the head of the circle, outside the head of the circle. Over to the right wing, David Clary. Up and under, no good. Rebounded by Kennett. And we got a reach-in foul.
That'll be a double bonus.
David Clary gets his 3rd foul. That's a pretty useless foul, considering he's playing in the 2nd quarter with 2 fouls. And with 42 seconds, picks up his 3rd, puts Kennett into the double bonus. Tevin Hampton will be going to the line for the first time in this game.
Hampton's a good shooter. Gets a good rotation on the ball.
That's his 14th point of the first half.
He's really giving them a lift tonight, like Gooden did last night. So looks like they're going to have an opportunity to do something. But again, there doesn't seem to be very many good free throw shooters in the tournament.
That ball is rebounded by Bloomfield.
Again, trying to go right side, and they're trying to pinch the wing.
Everything high post. Give and go to Garnett. Good nice play. Give and go pass from Doomey to Garnett.
Stuck it to the wing into the post and then slipped back behind his man.
Got a long shot that's no good. 15 seconds left. Garnett's pushing it down that sideline again. And it
turnover.
Being totally right-handed, he just kept going right-handed and finally dribbled it on the sideline for a turnover. And Kennett is going to get the ball with a 2-point lead, 11.5 seconds. Coach Vaughn is getting his inside player back into the game. It's inbounded to Finley. He's going to push it down there, kicks it off, and the shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Finley. No good again. Rebounded again. Tie ball. And there's 1/10 of a second left. And
Kennett gets the possession, I think.
Kennett's going to waste their their possession instead of getting it to start the second half. They're going to get it with 1/10 of a second, and the only way you can score with 3 seconds or less, 3/10 of a second or less on the clock is through a tip. And he jumped up and caught it. He caught it, controlled it, and shot it. You cannot, by rule, you cannot control it. You cannot control it and shoot it. It has to be a tip. The right call was made by the officials, so we're at halftime. And Kennett has a 33-31 lead on the Bloomfield Wildcats. We'll be back in a moment with the halftime individual scoring. Welcome back to the Bloomfield High School Gymnasium. We're at halftime of the consolation game between Kennett and Bloomfield. Kennett is leading 33-31 with the individual scores for the first half for Kennett. Ben Howard off the bench has 7 points. Tevin Hampton is the big man for Kennett during the first half. He has 14 points, and that includes 3 threes that he hit. Ashton Harrell off the bench gave him 2 points. Jeremy Hughes, 4. Mario McGraw, 1. And the 2 freshmen both hit threes. Jimmy Gooden and Darren Moore, they both have 3 apiece. I think the most noticeable thing to me in that first half for Kennett is the fact that Mario McGraw has 1 free throw. I would think that at 6'4" and a senior, they would be expecting a little bit more out of him, but he has only 1 point. Kennett had 15 the first quarter and 18 the second quarter for their 33. Bloomfield scoring is spread out between 6 players. Tony Garnett off the bench has 3. Zach Bacon off the bench hit a 3 for 3 points. And Kyle Williamson, 2. David Clary, 2. Cody Smith, 9. And Kurt Dume, the leader for Bloomfield the first half with 10 points. And the obvious thing that to me in that first half is Bloomfield is Williamson, their leading scorer, only has 2. He got in fairly quick foul trouble with 3 and set out virtually all the second quarter. Bloomfield had 14 the first quarter and 17 the second quarter. So Kennett outscored Bloomfield 1 point each of those first 2 quarters, and they have a 2-point lead at the halftime.
I think what you alluded to, if you looked at the Kennett roster, you'd say, who are we going to get something out of? It would always have been Mario McGraw, but as you said, he has a tendency to want to step outside. He doesn't want to get in there and mix it up. I think probably if Coach Vaughn has a disappointment on probably for the year, it would be the play of Mario McGraw. And Kennett was 5 for 8 from the 3-point line. Coach Lanning called timeout, got a little more pressure, put the little kid in out front, and he gave him a little energy, and then they end the quarter shooting 5 for 13. So even though when they had the open shot, of course they knocked some of them down, but they continued to take the shot even though they'd been covered. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on the Bloomfield side. Kennett's putting pressure on the wing over there on the triangle offense and creating some problems, but Bloomfield's been able to duck behind from the weak side a couple of times and got some buckets and ran a split, and the guard ran down the middle without any coverage. And so it's going to be a close ball game, I think.
Skeeter-Kell Sporting Goods. Call Kennett Store at 888-6678 or Lloyd Rice at 576-4471. Nike, Adidas, Russell, any and all kinds of major brand names and your favorite sporting goods. New location in Kennett at 1300 Industrial Drive. That's Skeeter-Kell Sporting Goods in Kennett. We're wearing vests tonight from Skeeter-Kell. Give them a call or stop by the Kennett store for all your sporting goods needs.
Well, I think Kennett has a little bit to look forward to in the fact that they start 3 sophomores, and then they got two freshmen that played quite a little bit in the starting yesterday, and in today's game they've played, and so they've got some awful young kids playing, and so they got a little bit to look forward to. We're going to start this second half here. Bloomfield has the ball out of bounds, looking to inbound it. They inbound it to Williamson down the sideline, and Williamson, their main player, obviously shows what he can do by a nice drive to the basket. And Williamson has the first 2 points of the second half, and we have a tie game. Reverse to wide open.
Another three.
Another three attempt by Jonathan Percival for Kennett is long, and Bloomfield rebounds on the weak side. Ball is in to Dumey, and as Kennett surrounds him, a foul is called on Jonathan Percival. That's his first foul of the game and the first team foul on Kennett of the second half. Bloomfield gets the ball wide open on the inbounds play to Williamson, and he has his second basket of the game.
Kennett zoned the out of bounds in, and
another three by Hampton is no good. Rebounded on the weak side by
Hughes.
Jeremy Hughes, and he sticks it back in, and we have a tie game at 35 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Bloomfield still running the man-to-man offense that they ran in the first half. Ball is loose and out of bounds.
Kennett had a good chance to get the ball, and two players fought each other, and Bloomfield ended up with it without a turnover, which was fortunate on their part.
Inbounds pass is up and no good. The rebound on the weak side by Ashton Harrell, who just entered the game. He's not covered, and he drives to the basket and misses. Rebound is saved by Williamson on a nice play.
Good job. Keeping
tip
it alive.
Back in to Cody Smith. Nice play by Kyle Williamson.
A lot of times that's a dangerous save under the other team's basket, but he got away with it.
Give and go on the inside. Williamson with a rebound and up and in, and Williamson has 6 quick points this third quarter. Bloomfield's apparently got a man out of position because the left side of their defense is wide open. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Bloomfield.
Bloomfield.
Ashton Harrell's inbounded it to Hughes. He dribbles around the lane. The ball is blocked out of bounds by Kurt Dumey. Kennett will still have possession. Kennett is in a flat 1-4 inbounds play. They break several people around, get the ball, drive to the basket. It's no good. That shot was up and no good by Ben Howard, trying to save the ball. He's out of bounds. Bloomfield is going to inbound the ball with a 2-point lead and 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Three-point shot just off the inside of the rim. That was Cody Smith. And for the third consecutive time, Kennett attacks the defensive left side of the Bloomfield zone.
I can't quite understand how they're playing the zone. They're getting in within 5, 6, 8 feet of the basket just on a straight drive.
The foul was by John Monroe. That's his second of the game. Shooting the two-shot free throw is Jarvis Finley. He makes the first one. His second of the two-shot foul. Can tie this ball game, and he does. 37-37. 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Bloomfield on the attack. Williamson drives the baseline, and he's sort of hand-checked, body-checked in there by Ben Howard, and that's going to be Ben's first foul of the game. Bloomfield, second team foul against Kennett this half. Inbound John Monroe gets the ball back out to Cody Smith. High post, back to Kurt Doomey. Shot is taken. The rebound is up and in by Kurt Doomey. Nice rebound.
Doomey came right over Hughes and took the ball. Hughes had the inside position and didn't jump.
Drive by Ben Watson, and it's good.
Bloomfield's allowing Kennett just to drive right in from that right side and with just token pressure.
I think I said Ben Watson. It's Ben Howard. Kyle shoots a three out of the corner, and it's good.
Drilled it.
That's the 9th point of the quarter for Kyle Williamson. Again,
left side
off the
again,
same side, nobody there. Shots blocked. Bloomfield's out on a 2-on-1. Kyle,
good drop
little give and go, and it's in, up and in. And that basket is by David Clary. Good pass from Kyle Williamson. Into Jeremy Hughes, and he power moves.
Again, as we said one of the games yesterday, as long as you're checking from a striking motion, you're always going to get the foul call.
It sort of looked like maybe to the fans that he got a lot of ball, but he also got a lot of parts of the body.
Yeah, if you just get that hand straight up, you make the ball come into your hand and it'll drop off and you got a chance to get the ball back. The great shot blockers get that hand up. Bill Russell, I guess, was the world's greatest.
You want to block it where you can control it, like Russell did. The foul was on Kurt Doomey. First free throw. The first free throw.
Kennett has 6 men on the floor.
The first free throw by Jeremy Hughes is good.
Mars, one of the officials, catches it before it creates a technical foul, which is good officiating.
Jeremy Seguin in and out. McGraw rebounds underneath and finally gets his first basket of the game.
No check off.
Mario McGraw from the second lane space gets a rebound basket, puts Kennett within 2. Williamson.
Bloomfield setting a low double and they're bringing the opposite wing off of it, and twice they've scored on the 3.
Kyle Williamson with a 3. Bloomfield has a 5-point lead. Big Mario behind the 3-point line knocks one down. Bloomfield back to the high post.
They're going to split it.
Give it to Kyle. Mario gets the block. Ball's loose. And we're going to have a foul called. Ball was picked off the floor on the block, the loose ball, by David Clary.
That foul helped Kennett. They broke below the line 4-on-1, and guy was fouled outside. So stop 2 points is what it did.
That was Mario's 3rd foul. John Monroe on the drive, no good. Kennett on the break underneath. Jeremy Hughes in the lane. Little jumper is up and in. Hughes gets his 2nd basket and 5th point of the quarter. We have a tie game, 47-47, with 3:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Run the high post. Shot is up and in. Shot is up and in. A shot is up and off by Cody Smith. Hughes rebounds and Smith fouls him.
Had a good look at the bucket, just didn't get her down.
Smith's first foul of the game. 3rd team foul on Bloomfield. Both teams have three team fouls this 2nd quarter. Kennett is attacking with 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter in a tie game. Hampton on the side. Hampton's got a wide open look, and he's going to probably knock it down, and he does. Hampton's a good 3-point shooter if you let him get his feet set and a good look at the basket. Put a little pressure on him, and he doesn't make near as many. Bloomfield tries the 3. It's no good, but cutting under the basket is David Clary for the rebound and the stick back.
Nice hustling play.
Cody again wide open and knocks it down again. Tevin Hampton knocks his second in a row down. Bloomfield is trailing by 4 at this point in time. Clary from the head of the circle, off the rim, and rebounded in there by Harvey Washington. And he throws it out of bounds.
Bloomfield went from 5 up to 4 down very quickly.
Yeah, they got 3 threes. Kennett got 3 threes. Mario hit 1, and Tevin hit 2. Tevin's got 5 threes now in this game, and we're 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennett makes some substitutions. McGraw's back in the game. Hughes is out. Bloomfield 4 down, attacking. Cody Smith trying to run a little high post screen on
off his head. Got a good break there. Bloomfield got a good break. The ball came off of the backboard, down off the player from Kennett's head, and Bloomfield gets it back after a bad pass.
Kyle is going to miss this one. He got pressured pretty good on that 3, and John Monroe going hard to the basket, and I believe he's going to be fouled by McGraw, which is going to be his 4th.
I think you're right.
Mario McGraw picks up his 4th foul with a minute.
Coming out of the game, I think. Yep, Hughes coming in for him.
Minute 47 left in the third quarter. That's a big play in this basketball game. John Monroe shooting 2, makes the first one. McGraw out, Hughes in. Second free throw rolls out.
Doesn't seem like anybody
on the
can
weak
step
side
up and make 2 free throws. I don't know what the reason
on the weak
is.
side. Williamson got in there and got the rebound, loses control, tie up in the lane. Kennett's going to get possession on the alternate possession. We got a 3-point ball game with a minute and 40 seconds left. Kennett
all the way to the basket.
All the way, loses control. Ball's picked up by Zach Bacon. Cody Smith down the floor. Blake Harris. And around. He was going to shoot a 3. We're going to get it blocked.
Changed his mind on the way up.
Changed his mind, tried to get it up. Doomey got the short shot and stuck it back in for his second basket of the quarter. Shots up and no good. Doomey with the rebound. Bloomfield with the opportunity to take the lead. They're 1 down. Cody Smith with the ball. Zach Bacon over to Cody. Jump shot by Cody is short. Kennett with the rebound. Ben Howard. Finley. Good. Kennett back up by 3. The 3-point to tie it. No good. Weak side rebound by Hampton.
Bloomfield's not having very much patience right now. It's costing them.
Drive in the lane, loses the ball, gets it back. We're going to have a tie ball. Going to be Bloomfield's ball on the alternate possession with 23.9 seconds. Kennett with a 3-point lead.
Up to the last minute, nobody's really been turning the ball this half, but Kennett's had 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes and a half.
Bloomfield coming down, possibly looking for the last shot of the quarter. Tony Garnett's back in the game. Double to weak side double and in and out. Blake Harris, good look at the basket. His 3-pointer to tie the game was in and out. Kennett with 5 seconds left. Over to the side. The shot is up. It's no good. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score Kennett 55, Bloomfield 52. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Maltonite Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121.
All 3 quarters of this game, Kennett has outscored Bloomfield by 1 point. And they have a 3-point lead, 55-52. That quarter, Kyle Williamson got back into the game after setting out the second quarter with 3 fouls. And he scored 12 points in that quarter to give him 14 for the game. And Kennett in that quarter had three threes that added up their point total. The action picked up there pretty much close to the end of the quarter. We're going into the fourth quarter, 55-52. Obviously, it's anybody's ball game. Kennett's going to start the quarter in possession of the basketball. They've inbounded on the attack. Hughes in the corner. Long cross-court pass. Back to Hughes on the baseline. The 15-footer is up and in by the sophomore.
Hughes usually don't step out that far, but he did, and he looked good on his shot.
Nice shot. 6'3" sophomore Jeremy Hughes knocks it down to give Kennett a 5-point lead.
This is Kennett's best chance to win a ball game.
The little man has dribbled it in too deep, in trouble. Gooden on the drive, and he's got the basket, and he's fouled. Freshman Jimmy Gooden inserted in the start of this fourth quarter. Took it pretty much coast to coast. Drove it, made the basket, gets the free throw for the 3-point attempt. That foul was on Zach Bacon. It's his second of the game, 4th team foul on Bloomfield this half. Jimmy Gooden completes the 3-point play, and all of a sudden Kennett has an 8-point lead. Wide open to Kyle. He gets that good look. You leave him that look at the basket, and he's going to knock it down. 3-point basket by Kyle Williamson. That's his third 3-pointer of the game. He's now got 17 points. Hughes on a give and go. Shot is no good. The rebound was in there by Blake Harris. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Kennett. Bloomfield's ball. 7:03 left in the fourth quarter.
Kennett still pressuring.
Give and go. It's going to be a 3-on-2, and the give was to Doomey instead of going to the basket. He stayed out just a little bit, fumbled it, dribbled it, picked it up, dribbled it again, and double dribble is called, and Bloomfield lost a good opportunity to close within 3. Finley on the drive. Out to Hughes. On the baseline to Gooden. Ball was kicked by Bloomfield. It'll be Kennett's basketball on the violation out of bounds. 6:36 left. 60-55 Kennett. Going to run a little backside pick to Hughes, and he got it, fumbled it. Defender turned his head. The ball was picked up in there. The loose ball was picked up by Harvey Washington, and he drives the baseline and banks it in.
Bloomfield violated the basic principle of defense. See man, see the ball. He could see the man, but he couldn't see the ball. A lot of contact.
Blake Harris on the rebound of Garnett's miss. Blake Harris sticks it back in. That's his first basket of the game. Wide open, Jimmy Gooden on the 3, misses. Good block off by Doomey. He rebounds. Garnett's pushing it down the floor. Penetrates and shoots a jumper in the lane, and it rolls in. Garnett gets his 5th point of the game. Bloomfield has gone back to the man-to-man, and Hughes hits another nice jump shot, 15 foot out on the baseline.
He's stepping out and looking at the basket instead of playing as he usually does with the back to the bucket, and he's giving them two good shots down on the baseline, 15 foot maybe, 14.
Hughes is their 6'3" sophomore. He's scored 9 points in the second half. He has 13 for the game, and Kennett has a 64-59 lead here in the fourth quarter in this consolation game with 5:37 to play.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes.
Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Enroll now for summer and fall classes at TRCC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college.
Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+.
I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Enroll now for summer and fall classes at TRCC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment.
Great instructors.
And convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Enroll now for summer and fall classes at TRCC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment.
Great instructors.
And convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Enroll now for summer and fall classes at TRCC.
The loser of this game is going to be finished for the tournament. The winner will move on and will play the winner of Greenville East Carter to be played later today. We're in the consolation bracket. These teams have lost one game, the second loss, and they will be finished for the tournament. Bloomfield putting full court pressure. They run a little screen for Williamson. He breaks the length of the floor, gets the pass, fouled on the layup, hits the floor pretty hard, and he's up, going to the line to shoot two.
We hadn't had anybody for the whole game can step up and knock two down, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here in the last 5 minutes. This will probably make a lot of determination who wins the basketball game, who can shoot free throws. Neither team in bonus, incidentally.
Ben Howard had the foul, his second of the game. And again, as Terry indicated, the free throw shooting that we've seen in the tournament is not anything to really brag about. A lot of 1-for-2s from the line, which is the case this time. Kyle Williamson gets the second one. We've got a 4-point game. Kennett with the ball. Ball is intercepted by Williamson. He's going again, and he's got the layup. Nice interception, steal, and layup by Kyle Williamson.
He hid back there and put the sneak on that guy and jumped right out and got the ball on a cross-court pass.
Kyle has got a bag full this second half. He's filling it up.
Yeah, it was a flat cross-court pass, which you never want to do on any offense.
Kennett finally gets the ball inside to Hughes. Bloomfield playing behind him, reaches over the back.
Each team going to have 5 fouls, so still got a foul to give, and Bloomfield putting a new team in.
The foul was on Doomey, the 6'4" senior postman for Bloomfield. That's his second of the game. We got a 2-point ball game with 4:54 left. Kennett ahead. Inbounds pass down the lane, and the basket is up and good by Harvey Washington. That's his second basket of this quarter. He has 4 points for the game.
Going to the house. He should have gone to the house.
John Monroe drove down the left side of the lane, tried to pass it underneath, but
if he'd gone to the basket, he'd be shooting 2 free throws. He changed his mind at the last minute and actually threw a bad pass but got a break.
He got bailed out because the foul was on Harvey Washington. Got a 3-point shot, no good. The weak side board by Hampton of Kennett.
Always kind of testy when you come into the game and you immediately shoot a 3-point shot after you've been sitting on the bench for quite a while. So
that's usually not real good.
Doesn't happen very often that it's going to be anything positive.
Drive into the lane, no good. Bloomfield's got the rebound. They're down by 4. Slowly up the floor, Cody Smith. Cody's a 5'6" senior. He started the ball game. Williamson on an open drive, and he's going to score.
Nobody contested him. I think you'd see Mario McGraw coming back in the game shortly.
We're down under 4 minutes. 2-point game, and the ball's stolen.
Turnover again.
Stolen.
Take it all the way.
Oh, and
did it again.
Tried to give a bounce pass to Williamson. It was stolen. And that pass down to Williamson is knocked out of bounds.
There's a time you give it up and there's a time you keep it. Twice Bloomfield's given it up when they should have kept it, and both times they've been bailed out, which is pretty lucky.
McGraw is back into the ball game. Kyle Williamson has 20 points this half for Bloomfield. He has been their big gun. He normally is, but foul trouble kept him on the bench the first half. Got a wide open 3 is no good, and McGraw rebounds.
Same 3 shooter.
Wide open to McGraw inside, and he fumbles the pass.
Possession too.
McGraw was going to be wide open on the power block under the basket. He fumbled a pass, ends in a jump ball. On the alternate possession, Bloomfield has it. 3:26. Bloomfield 2 down. Pass into the middle to break the zone press. They're looking to trap at midcourt. A weak pass, but Bloomfield keeps it. Another three. No good. Ball is fumbled around. Kennett has it. Hampton down the side. Hampton is one of the sophomores for Kennett. He's their leading scorer in this game. Ball is stolen. Here comes Williamson again on the drive, and he fakes the pass and shoots a running jump shot in the lane.
Good job. He gave the other defender the look, and then he went on in.
It's a tough shot to be shooting it on the move like that. He's sort of really good shot. We got a tie game with 2:37 left in the fourth quarter. Hampton out on the head of the circle. Gives the ball into McGraw underneath. He goes down.
Powers it in.
Powers his way down and
powered it in there.
Powers his way down and gets his 7th point of this half. Ball to little jump shot, rolls in.
Had a nice
by
shot. No rebound.
Cody Smith.
Nice shot. Knocked it down.
We're tied again at 68. We've got it to wide open to Hughes, and he misses wide open underneath.
Good pass, a good
Williamson
pass,
on the rebound, pushes it down, forces up a jumper off the back of the rim.
And he almost fouled.
And
still no bonus.
Bloomfield is called for a foul. McGraw had the ball.
Both teams will be in bonus now. Any more fouls in the quarter?
The foul was on Cody Smith, his second. Team 6. As Terry said, both teams have 6 fouls, so the next foul on either team will result in a bonus.
A lot of substitutions
non-shooting
coming in.
foul.
Is that Hampton going out? Is that
no, Hampton's going to inbound the ball here. Doomey's back in for Bloomfield, their big man.
It may be McGraw that went out. I guess it was.
Yeah, McGraw's back out of the game.
He bumped knees with somebody and really
Finley down the lane, and they've called a walk on Finley. He made a great pass to Hughes wide open, but walk was called down the lane. 1:51 in a tie game. Bloomfield possession. Full court pressure by Kennett. Bloomfield coach Dave Lanning calls timeout.
This game brought to you by your friends at New Wave Communications. New Wave is the local leader in communication and entertainment needs. Digital cable, telephone, high-speed data from one source. Call New Wave today to find out how you can save even more by bundling digital cable, telephone, and high-speed data.
I think it'd be foolish for me to say you might hold the ball for one shot, so I won't even say it.
Well, it's, Kennett is in a full court press. Kennett has a little quickness. It'll be difficult for Bloomfield to hold the ball, but they might get an easy basket on some type of a give and go or weak side cut if they can get the ball down the floor.
Well, this is Kennett's first chance to really win a basketball game this year, and so I know they're going to be very aggressive in trying to do that. Coach Vaughn's done a good job with them, and they, as you said earlier, they got some good young talent that,
I believe Kennett in this time next year, if these kids stay out and progress, we'll have a pretty competitive ball club.
The most dangerous word in Kennett is potential.
I've heard that several times. Coach Vaughn, Jim Vaughn, he's proven himself as a good high school basketball coach. He's been at Twin Rivers, and he was an assistant at Poplar Bluff, so he's got good experience. Kennett is going to get in a diamond press, a 1-2-1-1. They're going to look to trap right here. It's sort of a soft trap. They're not trapping the corners, putting pressure on the ball, head of the circle.
Here's the trap. Here's the
Kennett
trap.
got the ball. Bloomfield got the ball right.
There was the trap.
Bloomfield took the ball right where Kennett wanted them to, there on the sideline at the mid-court line.
Right down in the corner, and they're also trapping with their big man up front, which is some people like that.
The ball loose ball was knocked out of bounds by Kennett. Bloomfield's going to inbound it again. Soft pressure by the big man up front. They're looking to get it to the side and then trap. There it is, but they get it out of the trap. Bloomfield gets it out of the trap. And Cody Smith has the ball.
Takes a three.
I believe it's a two.
What was it?
I think he's on the line, and we're going to have a jump ball.
Kennett's ball.
And on the possession, alternate possession, Kennett's going to have it. 1:24 to play, 68-68. Blake Harris had a wide open look at the basket. I think his foot was on the line. It would have been a two. The ball did about everything but go in. It was in and out. And Kennett's going to have the ball. 1:24, length of the floor. And they have called timeout. They're putting in a substitute. Ashton Harrell's going to come into the ball game. So now we've got the opposite situation that we just had. Kennett's going to have possession of the ball, length of the floor in a tie game, just as Bloomfield had. Bloomfield on the second attempt broke the press good, kicked the ball out. If you can break the press, basically in this type press, you've got at least three guys and sometimes four up by mid-court line. And if you break the press, you've pretty well got normally we've got at least a 2-on-1 situation. They kicked it out to Harris, and he had a good look at the basket.
I think the mistake made a lot of times on the press is you don't get enough people up front, enough offensive players up front, and then that allows that trap. Bloomfield putting pressure.
Bloomfield is
man-to-man
pressure on the ball. Blake Harris defending the ball. That's Finley out there, and Kennett is called timeout again.
It looks like that Kennett may be going to try to post up McGraw in the middle. He worked hard about probably one of the rare times in the last two games that he really got in and worked hard on the post and tried to shape the man up.
We're down to 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Score is still tied 68-68. Kennett is still in possession of the ball. They're going to inbound it at near the midcourt line on the sideline in front of the scores table. Bloomfield got in a full court man-to-man that time and dropped back man-to-man to keep pressure on the ball. Both teams with 6 personal fouls this half. As we indicated earlier, any non-shooting foul on either team will result in the 1 plus a bonus opportunity. Kennett is going to inbound it, and they're setting up to run a pick for McGraw. They're going to come up. They get the ball to Finley in back court. He's taking it to the right wing.
And he shapes him.
And McGraw shaped up on the post.
Tried
took
to
the
power
shot.
it in, but Hughes is going to
Hughes
do it.
got the rebound and got it back up. McGraw missed. They got what they wanted. He missed, but Hughes got the rebound. The ball's loose, knocked away, and the ball is off the leg of Blake Harris and going to be out of bounds to Kennett with 49.4 seconds on the clock. Kennett with a 2-point lead and the ball. Finley with the ball. Cody Smith defending him.
Bloomfield probably going to have to foul.
McGraw has got the ball. We're down to 36
Hughes
seconds.
has got a little man on
36 seconds, and Williamson finally goes out and fouls. Looked like Bloomfield was wanting a foul earlier, and it ended up that their leading scorer had to go out and get his 4th foul.
24 is really lucky that he didn't get an intentional foul. He came in and forearmed Hughes flagrantly.
The ball is now going to be in the hands of Tevin Hampton, 6-foot sophomore, who's the leading scorer in this game for Kennett. Opportunity to put him 4 up. He's shooting a 1-and-1. It's in and out, but McGraw rebounds from the second position, misses, and Bloomfield gets the ball.
They're not going to call timeout, I don't think. Yep, he did.
They did call, and they take the basket.
He got it. Does it
that's
ever
one
fail?
That's one of the coach's nightmares.
Oh, man, does it ever fail?
I've seen it happen a lot of times. It's happened to me.
Yeah, me too, a lot of times.
Coach Lanning made probably the right call. You know, he's wanting to make sure his team is set up here and organized at the end of the game. They're 2 down. But
no question it was the right thing to do. The right thing to do at the wrong time.
That's right.
What it was.
Just before the ball is released there by Cody Smith, they got the timeout. Coach Lanning got the timeout called. And
it was pure. It was pure. It didn't even hit the ring.
As they say, nothing but net.
But maybe
he's now in the timeout, obviously setting up, getting his team. You never know, they might come out and knock a 3 down.
That's right.
But anyway, Bloomfield is going to have the ball. Ball's going to be inbounded on the near sideline. 23.4. If Kennett fouls, it'll be a 1-and-1 for Bloomfield.
That might not be a bad strategy the way both teams have shot free throws. Nobody's shown a propensity to get anything done with it.
David Clary's going to inbound the ball, and they have apparently warned McGraw more than one time to have his shirt tail in, and he's come out to start this quarter with his shirt tail out.
The crime of that whole thing is I've watched him do it intentionally a couple of times.
And he pulls his shirt tail out on purpose. The officials have set him out, which is the rule. They've got the ball in. It looked like that Doomey might have been fouled, but the ball is called.
He's eligible to come back in now.
The ball is called blocked out of bounds by Kennett.
Kennett was fortunate that transpired that way.
Bloomfield is going to call timeout again. They got Mario McGraw back into the game. We're going to be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. Bloomfield inbounding the ball, 18.6 seconds. Williamson wide open for a 3, but it's short off the iron to the far side, and Bloomfield has to foul. Williamson got the look at the 3. He has made 3 threes this half. He got the look. That's all you can ask for.
Set up the shot he wanted. He had no defenders.
Just an excellent inbounds play by Bloomfield. The shot just didn't go down.
Unmolested shot.
Still got 13.6. That foul was on Cody Smith. That's his 3rd for the game.
Bloomfield.
And they got a freshman Moore at the line, and he knocks it down.
Bloomfield was playing for the win instead of the tie.
Darren Moore, freshman with very little playing time this game, steps up. and knocks down the first of a 1-and-1. He misses the second one. Bloomfield's got it. 12 seconds.
Going to have to shoot a 3.
They're 3 down.
There he's open.
He's inside the line. A wild 3 off the rim. No good. Bloomfield rebounds. And the final score, Kennett gets their first win of the season, 71-68 in a very fine high school basketball game. Competition here in this consolation bracket. Both teams played well. Kennett gets their first win of the season. We'll be back in just a second with the individual scoring. We're back here, Bloomfield, at the conclusion of the Kennett-Bloomfield game consolation bracket. Kennett winning the game 71-68. Give you the final individual scoring for Kennett. They had Jarvis Finley with 4 points. Harvey Washington had 4. Ben Howard had 9. Tevin Hampton was the leading scorer with 20. He had 5 threes in the game. And they had Ashton Harrell had 2. Jeremy Hughes had 13. Mario McGraw had 10, and he got 9 of them in the second half. Jimmy Gooden 6, and Darren Moore had 4 for their total of 71. For Bloomfield, Tony Garnett off the bench had 5. Zach Bacon off the bench had 3, and Blake Harris off the bench had 2. Their starting lineup, Kyle Williamson ended with 24. He got 22 of them in the second half. David Clary had 6. Cody Smith 11. John Monroe had 3 points. And Kurt Doomey had 14 for their total of 68. Terry, it was a good game.
It was a good game. I think Kennett has found some young kids that they're going to play, and had some lineup changes since the SEMO tournament over in Sykeston. So they've got an opportunity to win a couple more games in this tournament, and it'll be a really good tournament for them if they can do that. Bloomfield had a good chance to win the ball game. Got the shot that they wanted, didn't get it down, and got down to that.
Well, the 50th annual Christmas tournament is over for Bloomfield. Kennett moves on. They'll be playing the winner of the East Carter Greenville game. And for Jim Hall and Terry Turlington, concludes the consolation game. Kennett 71, Bloomfield 68.